Hi and welcome to Mootis graphics display. As you can see, I'm already logged into the game and this is what I'm faced with. I'm going to do this one backwards so that you can see everything to log out to the login screen. Firstly, you'll notice that my minimap is like completely blocked out in blue, so I only have half of it. All the detail around the outside is raised up above the actual circle, which is here. And as you scroll over things, it sort of like brings up some weird sort of whatever, I don't know what it is, from somewhere else. This is my inventory. As you will see, I have a lovely picture in the background at the minute, which is from part of the login screen from RuneScape. My graphics seem to pick up the last web page or thing that I was viewing and put it into my inventory. This won't stay like this now for the whole time that I'm logged in. It will change every time the frame changes in my game. You'll also see that not only does it adopt itself into my inventory, but also into my tabs. This is my spell book. As you can see, looking at it like that, it's practically no way you can really work out what anything is unless you scroll over it. So using mage to fight or anything like that is practically impossible. It's hard to remember where your tele spells are offhand, so you sort of have to rub over everything to try and find them. Can be quite annoying. And as you can see, it changes as the screen goes up and down. The colours change and it sort of overlays several different graphic styles. This also is then replicated on your skills bar, and where it's white at the minute can pick up any graphics throughout the game and can change to anything really. As you can see over this side, or where you type, it's also blanked out. Depending on the colour of this depends on whether you can actually see what you type in. Sometimes it's quite difficult if the background is the same colour as whatever you're typing. This also applies to when you're talking to like NCPs in game. At the minute that's a light background, so I can see what's being said, but sometimes if it'll pick up a dark background, you can't actually see what your NCPs are saying. I'll go over here and I'll try and make it pick up a dark background. You'll see as I go over the bridge and up towards here, the game frame changes. When this happens, you'll see that my graphics, the areas that are being affected, like now, the screen's reloading, the graphics will change. It's not actually changed to that much of a difference, so we'll climb down here and see if I can get something a lot different. There you go. Now I have like the speckledy multicoloured effect, which also goes into your inventory and various other areas, making it hard to distinguish what you've got in your inventory. Now you'll see that down here in the chat box, if you go to type anything, like the writing is now blue and I've typed hello in there, you can't really see it without really concentrating to look, so it's quite difficult to really distinguish if you've spelt things right or wrong or whatever. Let's go back up again, see what we get now. Oh, now we've got a complete blank out again, but a dark blank out of my minimap area. Up here you'll notice that there's that the actual, what you would see as different coloured dots on your minimap are squares for me, with a little symbol at the top. You're just seeing a player run past, and another one coming up here, I assume. But there's only a slight colour variation from white to yellow, which is quite hard to spot on them. So you can't identify for your friends, people who are in the same clan chat as you, the difference between an actual player in game and an NCP, really. So that's another thing that's quite annoying. If we look at my spellbook now I've got this lovely effect. You'll see that it's even more difficult to actually read what it's saying. So yeah, and like I say, this changes quite rapidly. It'll also take effect on my skills bar. Go into a clan chat and you'll still get the same effect all over the clan chat. This is ModMark's clan chat, not that you can probably read what it says, because there's just writing over writing over writing, and it's really, really hard. You'll also notice that anyone ranked in ModMark's chat, where you would normally see the symbols, you now see just a square and a little bit of colour at the top, depending on what their rank is. Now we've got the difference here between Vicky's and Arcala's, and I'm not even sure how many bananas Vicky's got, but she's a banana, and Arcala is a general, but you can't tell the difference. So yeah, that's quite annoying too. Looking at your friends list, it also adopts the same principle and overlays the writing over everything, and it seems like every little box has like a line and a thing underneath it. Also, you'll notice that Vicky's talking in clan chat, she's a moderator, and all the moderator symbols are just black squares with like a cut off crown on top. Also, if you go, loading again, now we've changed back to the light blue again, which is now easier to read. So it's you know, it's a matter of you get what you get, really. If I go into my bank, my bank's behaving quite well at the minute. Depending on what I'm picking up will depend on what my bank looks like as well. It's also the same with the GE and anything else that I'm trying to do. If I can get it to, if I can teleport somewhere. Oh, I haven't got a glory. Hold on. My glory's dead. Let's get another one. So if I teleport, as you can see, if you go to teleport anywhere as well, you'll pick up some more lovely graphics, and depending on what it is as to whether you can read where you're going to, so you get to learn quite fast what order things are in, whereas before you take it for granted because you just read it, whereas now I have to memorise it all. So it's all changed again, and now I've picked up some other different background. See what my bank looks like in Edgeville. See, a little bit more messed up now. Picked up a few more graphics and stuff. It seems to have messed it all up a bit. It's quite easy. It's still relatively easy to look and see what's in there. Sometimes it's a lot worse than that. As you can see again, all the little dots on my minimap, a lot more here, all look the same. They're all squares. All beautiful. Game frame's changing again. Oh, now I have the circle from my minimap actually in my inventory. So yeah, it gets fun. It's interesting to see what you're going to get next. Let's go see what we can find in the GE. See if I can get Lots of little black squares in the DE. The game's loading again, and we've changed again. See what we've got on the GE. As you can see with the GE, you've got a similar sort of effect on this bar as well. Also, if you go to make a buy offer, you adopt this screen. Very difficult to read. Say if I wanted to buy some runes, sorry. You get a list of runes and things that you can hardly read, so you have to scroll over everything to try and identify which ones they are and pick them by the picture that changes rather than from the writing. So this is what I have to put up with. Obviously, as you can imagine, I'm not very happy about it. And hopefully if someone from JegX can see what I'm going through. I believe I'm not the only player that's suffering this. A lot of other Mac users that have a similar Mac to mine, similar card, similar age, have been suffering the same thing since the wildy update. We'd like you to help fix this if it's possible. We've tried everything that we can. I've updated my Java and updated my graphics card. I've updated my computer. I've tried every setting on your control panel, and nothing seems to make any difference. So yeah, please, if you can do anything, if you can identify from this video what it is that's wrong with the graphics, or if there's anything you can do to change the coding so that we don't suffer this, then we'd be very grateful. As you can see, it doesn't just stop in game. I'll log out to the login screen a minute, and as you can see, it starts at the login screen. This also picks up a load of strange graphics, and that was the picture that I logged in picking up on, that one there, as you can see, when I first logged in. So yeah, please try and help us.